We need to dismantle every single political party in the Republic of Ireland in 2025, whether it be Sinn Féin, Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, Social Democrats, and especially people before profit. Of course, we know these parties are not good for the Republic of Ireland, for the people of Ireland. We need to give back to the people of Ireland and turn these political parties into political actions that can give recommendations and help basically run the country, but not control the country like they are currently doing. It is a three-party or two-party dictatorship, in my personal opinion, and soon to be three, with Sinn Féin, of course, in the running for coming up. And I don't like the way that this place is run completely. Now, I'm not an anarchist. I believe in a government, okay? But today we have Jesse Ventura talking about political parties in the US. And I think what happened in the US 15 years ago is happening right now in Ireland in 2025, okay? Also, I'll talk about the right-wing parties as well, because a lot of people are wondering right-wing parties, and obviously I'm going to be talking about the rally on August 2nd in Galway as well in Ireland, so make sure to tune in for that, guys. I'll talk about that at the end. Let's hear what Jesse Ventura says about political parties.
Well, I just think to save our country, we need to abolish the political parties, make them political action committees. And there's one thing we could do to start off with. Why do we put, and I refer to them as the Democrips and the Republicans, because they call the blue states Democrats. Well, that's also the colors of the Crips, blue. And naturally, the Bloods color is red, and the Republican states are called red states.
And for those who don't know what you're talking about, these are two of the most infamous gangs. They started in Los Angeles, the Bloods and the Crips. They want to kill each other, and they wear these colours, the blues and the reds. So you're basically likening the politicians in Washington these days to gang leaders and gang members. Is that right?
Yeah, that's true, and they're worse. Let me explain why they're worse. The Crips and the Bloods, the street gangs, well, they can be devastating to a certain small part of the population. The Democrips and the Republicans, the Democrats and Republicans, they affect everybody in this country. And they've been in charge for over 100 years. So,
isn't it funny? He even says that the Democrats and Republicans in America have been in charge for over 100 years. That's the exact same length that Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael have been in charge for in the Republic of Ireland. Does anybody else see similarities in this? On my YouTube channel, County Gains, I am trying to wake people up to the travesty that is happening in the government. I don't want to side with any political party, the right over here. I'm just trying to wake people up, guys, okay? Because I get lots of messages now, people asking, Chris, are you going to speak at rallies and this kind of thing? Absolutely not, guys. I'll explain why. The National Party or one of these right-wing parties in Ireland will try and basically tell you, hey, come speak for us, come vote for us, Ain 2. I get a lot of messages from people from Ain 2. I get messages from people saying you should support this political party, support this political party. County Gains, Christopher Walsh from Galway, is going to be independent forever, okay? Forever, guys. I'm not going to join any party ever, okay? Now, unfortunately, that may upset some people. Some people, you know, obviously on my channel may be members. Maybe you're flipping, I don't know what, guys. You want me to support a certain party, a right-wing party. I'm definitely more right-leaning. That's for certain, guys. Absolutely. Socially and fiscally. Everybody should be in this country, okay? Because the left have lost their damn mind. Even being a libertarian or a liberal or a left wing in this country is now kind of crazy, in my opinion. Most people are on the right now, it seems like, which is the more sensible choice to be on the right in 2025. But they also make it seem like you have to vote for the National Party, the Freedom Party, the this party, the that party. I am not going to be aligned with any of those parties. I am a sovereign individual, okay? And we are going to stay that way. What I want to do on this YouTube channel is to overall help save the country by putting people in the right direction to be voting for independent candidates, okay? You do not have to be aligned with a political party in Ireland to actually win an office, okay? You don't have to be, guys. Do not fall for the lies of these people, okay?
How can they say they're not responsible for the horrible state that our country's in today? Our debt is beyond control. We've got politics now, where there, as Jeb Bush said, there's no compromise anymore. Nothing gets done. If Obama wants to do this, the Republicans are opposed to it. If the Republicans want to do something, the Democrats are opposed to it. The best thing we could do is on every ballot remove all gang names and gang symbols. Allow them to only run on their names. That way it becomes important that the voter educate themselves. What does John Smith stand for? And because right now when you go in to vote, if you're conservative, you don't need to know any names. All you need to do is look for Republican. If you're liberal, all you need to do is look for Democrat. You don't even need to know the name of the candidate.
I mean, this all...
Absolutely, 100%, unequivocally true. Very well said, Jesse Ventura. Now, I've said this for years, and people on the right in Ireland obviously don't like that. I literally do not care, guys. What I'm here to do is shut down the woke BS, trying to wake people up to the corruption, trying to wake people up to the traitors that are bringing in iPass people, that are trying to destroy our own country. These are sensible choices. I have something that a lot of people don't have. It's called common sense. Common sense isn't that common in 2025. And unfortunately, guys, most of your favorite people on the right-hand side, you know, most of the people that are watching my videos, they are going to be aligned with more conservative parties, you know, on the right, whatever those parties may be. I'm not trying to say names. I said Freedom Party, National Party, but there's a whole host of right-wing parties that I just also wouldn't want to be aligned with, guys. Now, when it comes to huge parties, you know, there's a difference, of course, between these small right-wing parties and these massive, you know, corporate almost Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, Sinn Féin, okay? Because the size of the party to begin with, you know, there's only, 20 members in most of these right-wing parties, maybe even less than that, 10 members, which is great to see. Whereas Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, there's hundreds, guys. There's so many members. There's people aligned everywhere. It's too much deep corruption. Also, why I'd be more inclined to vote for a right-wing party, so to speak, or right-wing people, is that Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael are aligned with a lot of these, like I said, corporate people. You know, the Gardaí, the flippin', you know, the whatever, guys. All these different, you know, GAA, the Grab All Association, the money racketeering, the crazy stuff that goes on in these organizations. You know, the kind of, you know, subversive identity and identity politics that takes place, trying to make people feel like they're shit if they're Irish and this kind of thing. That's what I'm trying to do, guys. I'm trying to get people away from all that stuff. I want people to wake up and be more sovereign individuals, okay? You do not have to vote for these political parties. I would tell everybody to not vote for a political party in any of these elections. When it comes to the president, it's a good one. It's a good reference point to have. Because when you vote for the president, guys, you're not voting for a political party, okay? You're voting for that person on their own, which is kind of tough because some of these people obviously, you know, are aligned with political parties. A lot of these presidential candidates are. The one thing I'll say about McGregor, a lot of people hate me talking about McGregor, he's not aligned with any political party, okay? You know, so there is a plus to that. What other candidates do we have, guys? You know, Catherine Martin, all these different people. These people are kind of aligned, you know, with the left, with these parties. You know, it's too much shit to handle. And obviously, guys, if we were to vote in a new right government or something more conservative, you know, than the left, than the Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, they haven't been in power for 100 years. So they get a clean slate. When you vote in somebody from Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, they've been in power 100 years. They have a playbook, play by play. Okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to, you know, whatever, manage the economy? How am I going to manage the roads? How am I going to employ people? How am I going to do the immigration? They already have this sort of playbook that they run by. And it's corrupt as all get out, man. I just think that it's so corrupt. It's unbelievable. So I wouldn't vote for anybody. I will be at the rally in Galway, okay, August 2nd. So come say hi, guys. Come talk shit, okay? That'll be legendary, okay? The more animosity, the better, to be honest, because that's just going to get more views for my channel. And it'll be good to see, you know, loyal supporters. And I want to help give back, guys. Now, that being said, the rally that's being held on that day, hopefully it's not aligned with any political party as such, or hopefully it's not aligned with any country, okay, in the Middle East or any of these different countries. I don't want to see that shit, guys. if I see that shit, you know, it's pretty clear and obvious, and I will be calling that shit out on camera. So that will be even better, guys. Let's just be honest. So me and my friend Fionn will be there, okay? And yeah, man, it's gonna be a good day. Definitely, that's coming up soon. That's next Saturday. So today is Friday, so it's only a week to go. And that'll be a good day. But I'll be interested to see who will be speaking at these events, because obviously, you know, it'll be, you know, political figures. And to be honest, I don't really want to be, you know, speaking or doing any of this stuff, because I don't align with any political party. I'm there as an individual, an independent, always, as most Irish people should be, and not voting just for a party just because they see a party or whatever, guys. You know, try and vote for the candidate. You know, don't vote for just the flipping party. It's completely skewed nowadays. All we hear every day is, I voted for the left-wing people. When I hear my liberal woke friends talk about it, I voted left. Well, who did you vote for? I voted for Sinn Féin. And we all know Sinn Féin is the exact same as the two leading parties in Ireland. It's just ridiculous, guys. You know, there's no difference. You know, when some idiot tells me that they voted for Sinn Féin, it immediately lets me know that their IQ is pretty low, honestly. You know, they should be voting for if they support a left candidate, they should be voting for a person on the left. I mean, I wouldn't support a person on the left ever, really. I think they've lost their goddamn mind. But if you're supporting a more right-wing, more conservative candidate, make sure you're voting for that individual and not just for the party, okay? Do some critical thinking and have some critical thinking skills to push back against the narrative of just voting for these big corporation politicians, okay? These corporate politicians, I should call them. Let me know your thoughts. I love you all. If you want to support me, hit the link underneath the video, the join link. Become a member for just €3 a month. We have 12 members now, so I really appreciate that. Much love to everybody. We're going to keep putting out these videos every day. If you guys want me to react to something, just email me, okay? Or hit me up in the inbox of the Instagram, and we'll get straight to it, guys. I'll see you all in the next one, man. Peace.